Good afternoon, this is Rahul.
And this is Samriddhi, and you're watching Citycast.
Welcome to the first edition of our second semester. We'll start with the people of Bangalore who are preparing for the inauguration of the Ram Mandir. Our reporter Rupal has this story.
Vishwa Hindu Parishad plans to organize a series of events in the city to commemorate the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lala in Ayodhya on 22nd January.
I have requested all the people to celebrate Deepotsava in the evening of 22nd January. And in all Hindu Devatas temples, we are doing satsang from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Although public places are told to organize live screenings, mall authorities say organizing any event will depend upon the available fund.
See, as of now, we are not planning on anything. We might be doing something, but it is not yet finalized. But see, it depends on our budget and everything.
The Congress party says it respects the Hindu sentiments, however condemns the centre for using the event as a political gain.
हम कांग्रेस जन भी उस कार्यक्रम में सम्मिलित होंगे, लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी जो भगवान राम के नाम पर राजनीति करना चाह रही है, दो समाजों को बांटना चाह रही है, उसके खिलाफ कांग्रेस पार्टी है.
Expert says prioritizing one religion over the other in educational institutions can kill the essence of a secular state.
When the BJP and other alliances, I mean the Sangha Parivar total, like VHP and other teams, they are taking advantage of this. For them, it's rather than a religious thing, for them it's a political game.
Amid the ongoing clashes between the centre and opposition, Ramlala awaits the Pran Pratishtha ceremony on 22nd January in Janmabhoomi, Ayodhya, Tirth Kshetra. Rupal Chaube for Citycast.
BBMP says the Jnana Bharati layout underpass will be inaugurated in a month. Our reporter Pavan Kumar has the report.
Residents of Jnana Bharati layout here have to travel 3 to 4 kilometers extra daily to reach Mysore Road because the construction of underpass was stopped due to lack of funds. BBMP says it's going to inaugurate the underpass in a month as there are only some final touch-ups to be done.
2007ರಿಂದ ಇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು 5 ವರ್ಷದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇದರ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಶುರುವಾಯಿತು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳು ಬಂತು, ಈ ಹಂತಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ನಿಂತಿದೆ ಇವಾಗ.
BBMP says it was estimated to be a 7 crores project where it stopped due to shortage of extra 3 crores funds.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಂದಾಜು ಪಟ್ಟಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಅವರು ಇನ್ನು ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು, ಇನ್ನು 3 crores ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಆ 3 crores ನಾವು BBMPಯಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮಯ ಹಿಡಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. So now it is all set. I think it is ready to open.
Also create some sort of a temporary pedestrian road which connects from either side. Okay, that is one.
Okay.
And second thing, the railway crossing is dangerous because I think some people cross the railway crossing, alwa?
Yes, sir.
So that is also a danger path. But you have to be very careful and you have to put a sign saying that look on both sides and cross. That has to be.
BBMP says the funds are arranged and given to the contractors. The inauguration of the underpass can be done anytime in the future. For Citycast, this is Pawan.
Online gaming is one of the fastest growing segment in India's media and entertainment sector. Our reporter Sunena brings you the detailed story.
Lumika's 2023 State of Gaming report shows India witnessed 15.4 billion game downloads, 400 million more games in 2022. Gamers say esport games such as Valorant and League of Legends have become popular since the lockdown amid pandemic. They say e-gaming helps develop a feeling of oneness by building a community.
You get to meet a lot of interesting people, like people you might not usually meet.
The same report shows that the market size of the industry increased by around 20%, hitting $3.1 billion in 2023 as compared to the previous year. Gaming organizations say e-games became more accessible during the pandemic.
2021, they started officially doing tournaments with a lot of the tournament organizers in India, and they started, including the Indian teams in their international tournaments as well, like giving them spots and everything and giving us an entire league system.
Analysts say the industry will continue generating more income as the market size will increase further. Certain factors are favoring the industry in India.
Along with work from home and people being forced to stay inside, there have been other changes as well in terms of tech, like a lot of gaming essentials, the gaming PC parts or the processors or the graphic cards have become cheaper compared to before. and they're readily available.
Although report shows a negative growth in RMG games, the market size is expected to increase by 141% in 2028. For Citycast, this is Sanana.
We'll be right back after a short break, after which we will tell you about the sales of Indian single malts. Indian single malts have more demand than foreign brands in the financial year 2023. Our reporter Surbhi tells us why it is so popular.
Indian Alcoholic Beverages Company's website showcases that in FY 2023, Indian single malts grew at 23%, exceeding the 11% growth of imported brands. Customers assert that they would prefer to go for Indian brands to get that Indian taste in whiskies.
इसलिए मतलब पहला जो मेरा ऑप्शन रहेगा कि वो इंडियन लिकर ही रहेगा.
Mr. Ashok Rohit says that their company's approximate exports in single malts grew by 11 to 12% in 2023.
Basically our quality is next to none. So also the way our distillery is set up, it's one of the most innovative distilleries in the world.
Experts say strong distribution network across the country is the main reason for their growth.
Now, what advantage do the domestic manufacturers have over imported whiskey? It is the distribution.
Customers preferring Indian single malts over foreign brands and manufacturers being positive about their growth, Indian single malts may continue to witness such surge in sales in the future. This is Surbhi for Citycast.
Dragon fruit farmers in Karnataka look for alternate ways to promote sales in the state. Our reporter Samriddhi Singh tells us more.
According to data by IIHR, dragon fruit is cultivated on over 3,000 acres in Karnataka and has grown by 300 hectares in the last 3 years. Farmers are turning a portion of their crops into value-added products like juices and jams to better market the fruit, as it still remains a challenge.
Alongside availability of fresh fruits, we are also trying to do value additions to it. Ready-to-serve beverages, or it could be squashes, or it could be jams. And also a few cosmetic items is being made out of dragon fruit now.
Around 200 metric tons of dragon fruit is still imported from Vietnam and Thailand. While locally grown dragon fruit is cheaper, it is only available from June to November, with an average price of 130 rupees. KEFA says even though profit margin is high, middlemen take the maximum share.
And if you see, there are many brokers who involved to make money in nursery and giving the saplings which doesn't have a good growth.
Agro-scientists suggest measures to increase shelf life of the fruit.
To sustain, one is the post-harvest storage management. Second thing, processing, and third one is value addition. These three parties, if you're not able to cope up with this dragon fruit farming system, then industry will get collapsed.
Dragon fruit farming in Karnataka could benefit from better marketing, awareness among farmers, and versatile use of the fruit. This is Samriddhi Singh reporting for Citycast. Studies reveal that more than half the breast cancer cases are not diagnosed on time. Our reporter Rahul Dhingra has this story.
JAMA Oncology and Indian Council of Medical Research ICMR Bengaluru says 59.9% women detect the cancer after it has already spread outside the breast in 2023. This number has risen by 7% in the past 5 years. One of the patients say that she could not get it tested on time due to society and family stigma.
പിന്നെ കൊണ്ട് ഡോക്ടറെ കാണിച്ചപ്പോൾ അവർ ഇങ്ങനെ ഡോക്ടർ പറഞ്ഞു സ്കാൻ ചെയ്ത് റിസൾട്ട് വന്നു സ്റ്റേജ് 2 തന്നെ ലാസ്റ്റായി പിന്നെ കീമോയും റേഡിയേഷനൊക്കെ സർജറിക്ക് ശേഷം ആവശ്യമാണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു സർജറി ഡേറ്റ് ഫിക്സ് ചെയ്ത് സർജറി കഴിഞ്ഞ് പിന്നെ അടുത്തായിട്ട് കീമോ ആയിരുന്നു.
Reports also say that there are 11% breast cancer cases in India that get reported so late that it becomes incurable.
If you detect the cancer at an early stage, you can cure these patients. So with the time, the disease would spread initially locally, for example, to the lymph nodes in the armpit, and later on to distant organs like liver, bones, lungs, and brain.
Experts say to tackle this problem, regular screening and more awareness campaigns should be organized so that the people can get it diagnosed and start their treatment on time.
We need to have good education, good public education. We need to have good screening techniques, and we need to have good centers too.
As per the ICMR, the most prevalent cancer among women in India is breast cancer, and spreading awareness around it is the need of the hour. This is Rahul Dhingra for Citycast. More adolescents are susceptible to various mental health issues due to higher screen time. Our reporter Akshay Lal finds out what happens because of this.
A 2023 study conducted by All India Institute of Medical Science shows that 68% of adolescents engage in using screen-based media. This is an increase as only 31% were using SPMs earlier.
പഠിത്തത്തിന്റെ ആവശ്യമായിട്ട് എനിക്ക് സ്ഥിരം ലാപ്ടോപ്പും ഫോണും ഒക്കെ ഉപയോഗിക്കേണ്ടി വരാറുണ്ട്. അപ്പം ഇത് കാരണം സ്ഥിരമുള്ള ഉപയോഗം കാരണം എനിക്ക് ഹെഡേക്സും അതുപോലെ ചില ദിവസം രാത്രികളിൽ ഉറക്കം കിട്ടാതെ വരാറൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്.
Studies have found that different mental disorders are often associated with high screen time. Psychologists say that the increased screen time is seen most among adolescents.
If it is excessive, it goes into a lot of other ailments, social anxiety, insomnia, losing human touch. All these are basic things which we see in young adults, which are not helping them to have a good future.
Experts say that the screen time usage, particularly among adolescents and young adults, have gone up considerably, leading to cognitive developmental issues. They also add that the solution to high screen time in adolescence starts at home.
ബ്രേക്സ് ഇടേണ്ട കാര്യങ്ങളും എല്ലാം കറക്റ്റായിട്ട് യൂസ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് പഠിപ്പിച്ചു കൊടുക്കാം. അമിതമായിട്ട് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് കൊണ്ടുള്ള ഡിഫിക്കൽട്ടീസ് പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കാം. അവർക്ക് തന്നെ സെൽഫ് മോണിറ്ററിങ് ചെയ്യാം. അവർക്ക് തന്നെ ലിമിറ്റ്സ് വെക്കാം. വീടുകളിൽ എല്ലാവരും തന്നെ ഓഫ് സ്ക്രീൻ ടൈംസ് സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. പക്ഷെ വീടുകളിൽ നമ്മൾ പേരൻസും അതനുസരിച്ച് ചെയ്യണം.
In a world where everything is turning digital, it is hard to completely avoid screens. However, it is necessary to decrease the screen time in order to have a better mental and physical health. For Citycast, this is Akshay Lal.
After the break, we look into cybercrimes in the city. The financial cybercrimes in Bangalore in 2023 crossed 400 crores. However, the rate of detection remains low. Our reporter Ishita tells us why this happens.
According to NCRB data, cybercrime cases doubled in 2023 in comparison to the previous year. Only 1,000 could be solved in 2023. Police says Bangalore witnessed the loss of over 400 crores in 2023.
लिंक फ्रॉड मतलब क्या होता है कि रैंडमली लिंक भेज देते थे. You have to click and give your details of your credit card. Last month we nabbed that FedEx case. It's fraud of 1 crore 8 lakh.
2023 saw more than 17,000 cases, while 2022 recorded around 9,000 cases. As per the police, people filed the complaint later than the suggested period of registration, that is, 2 hours post the scam.
We booked a minibus through online website, and the next day we were about to leave. And when we got to know that it was a fake website, we didn't know where to go. We approached to police station and they told us that before filing FIR, we have to go to cybercrime.
Expert says that the problem is not in the software. The problem is people's digital illiteracy.
डॉस अटैक को रोकने के लिए या मल्टीपल जो पासवर्ड थोड़े से कॉम्प्लेक्स बनाने पड़ते हैं. मल्टीपल ऑथेंटिकेशन जो बताया मैंने उसको अनेबल कर सकते हैं. रेगुलरली सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट करते जाओ.
An expert says that there's a need of digital literacy so that people can avoid getting trapped in cyber crimes. Ishita Tyagi for Citycast.
Moving on, the city attracts more migratory birds due to more lake yards. More on this report by Priyanka Saharia.
In a recent survey conducted by Action Aid, 43 species of migratory birds were found in 7 lakes in the southern part of the city. Since last November, it has been attracting the most threatened and rare species to the lake.
Of these waders, and of course, you do have the swimming birds like the pelicans and cormorants, ducks, coots, grebes, a lot of other different kinds of birds are also taking advantage of these because they have more visibility of the food available in these waters.
Ornithologists say due to less rain last year, there is presence of shallow water in the lake, which attracts more birds.
Shallow waters in lakes are very, very important. We have a large number of birds which arrive to our region as migratory birds. They are here generally during the northern winter and spend the time approximately from October till April.
Reports suggest the importance of lake structure and providing a habitat which is suitable for them.
It has been already said in Justice N.K. Patil that structure of the lake should have shallow waters, and it feeds around 70% of the biodiversity. So in Chunchagatta we notice that one portion of the lake where the water comes from has been heightened, and we should thank BBMP for this initiative, and it's a learning for all other lakes.
Lakes like Chunchagatta in the city provide shallow water habitat to the migratory bird and the other birds, so they prefer to come to these lakes. This is Priyanka from Citycast.
Despite the ban against it, selling fuel in plastic bottles continues to remain a common practice in Bangalore. Our reporter Jomail with more details.
The sale of fuel in plastic bottles is banned by the government due to illegal practices. Despite all this ban, the practice of selling fuel in plastic bottles still continues in Bangalore. The people who follow this trend are mostly two-wheeler drivers because it is easy for them to pour petrol from a bottle to their tanks.
Sometimes I get out of luck and only a plastic bottle helps me through it. In case of any emergency where you are out of fuel and can't push your two-wheeler till the nearest petrol pump, the only way possible is getting petrol in a bottle.
As per the Petroleum Rules 1976, the container used for taking petrol or any kind of fuel should be made of sheet iron, steel, or any thick metal. The employees in petrol pump has a different idea about
ഇതിൽ 10-15 പേര് പെട്രോളിന് ചോദിച്ച് വരാറുണ്ട്. ഞാനും എൻ്റെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സും ഹെസിറ്റേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാറൊന്നുമില്ല ഇത് കൊടുക്കാനായിട്ട്. കാരണം എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഒരു ലാസ്റ്റ് പേ ചെയ്യും. അറ്റ് ദ എൻഡ് ഓഫ് ദി ഡേ നമുക്ക് പൈസയാണല്ലോ മുഖ്യം, അതുകൊണ്ട് കൊടുക്കും.
Gasoline is highly flammable, so when they are stored in plastic containers, there are high risk of leakage, fumes, and potential ignition. Apart from all these, the container is a hazard to the environment as well. As most of the petrol pumps in India are private, it is the individual responsibility to take care of the rules and regulations.
People are unaware of most of the laws which is existing in this country, and petroleum law is one of them. They need to be educated on that to understand the consequences of not following it.
Under Section 8 of the Petroleum Rules 2002, such illegal purchases of petrol in plastic bottles can be illegal activities. For Citycast, this is Jomel.
That is all for today. Thank you for watching Citycast.